Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. Now recently we brought you 10 American Express card hacks that you need to know. And then after that, 10 Chase credit card hacks that you need to know. So it's only right that we complete the set and bring you 10 Citi credit card hacks that you need to know. And this video is brought to you by Max Rewards, but more on that later. Let's get started. Number 1. Virtual card numbers. Citi allows you to create virtual card numbers through your account on their website. You can generate a random card number that you can use for payments online or over the phone so that you don't need to expose your real card numbers. So what's the benefit of this? Well, you don't need to use your real card number on websites that you don't trust, and this would mean that you don't need to get your card replaced if that number that you'd used on that website was compromised. With Citi virtual card numbers, you can also set spending limits and expiry dates for those card numbers, and that is going to come in handy when you want to sign up for free trials of things that you know you're probably going to forget to cancel. Most Citi credit cards are eligible for virtual card numbers. However, the ones that users most often report aren't are the American Airlines Advantage Executive Platinum card and the Citi Simplicity card. Number 2. Citi lets you product change to any card. Now, most credit card issuers only let you product change within a certain family or series of cards. So Chase Ultimate Rewards earning credit cards can product change to each other. Amex charge cards can product change to each other, but you could not product change an Amex Gold to a Amex Delta Platinum, for example, or you couldn't change a Chase Sapphire Reserve to a Chase World of Hyatt credit card because it's a different series, okay? One is earning Ultimate Rewards points, and the World of Hyatt credit card, obviously it's Hyatt co-branded, it earns Hyatt points. But Citi actually lets you change to any of their cards. There are a few rules to follow though. The card must have been open for 12 months, you cannot product change between personal and business cards, and business cards cannot even product change within the business card lineup, so product changes are for personal cards only. But other than that, you can change a thank you point earning card to, say, an American Airlines card. How would that be advantageous for you? Well, let's say that the card you want is the Citi Double Cash, which doesn't have a welcome bonus. However, there is a nice big welcome bonus on another card. Let's say the American Airlines Advantage Platinum Select card, which has a 50,000 point welcome bonus. Well, you could get the Advantage Platinum Select card, get the 50,000 point welcome bonus, and then product change to the Citi Double Cash, which is the card that you eventually want after 12 months. The cool thing is that the American Airlines card does have an annual fee of $99, but it is waived for the first year. So if you only keep it 1 year, you're not even going to end up paying the annual fee. This way, you get the card you want, eventually, you get a bonus, you pay no annual fee, and you only have one hard pull and one new account open on your credit report. Number 3. You can earn Citi welcome bonuses more than once. Unlike American Express, where welcome bonuses are a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing, shall I do the reincarnation joke? No? I've done it too many times? All right, you'll have to watch our Amex Business Gold video for that. Anyway, with Citi, you can get a welcome bonus more than once, but there are some rules. So unlike Chase, where you have 48 months from when you last got the bonus on, say, a Sapphire card until when you can get a bonus again, as long as you've closed the card and reopened it, Citi actually starts the clock from when you close the card. So with the Citi Premier card, for example, you need to wait 24 months from when you closed any of these cards, which include the Citi Premier and a few other thank you point earning cards. So this kind of stops you just closing the card and then reopening it a month later just because an elevated welcome bonus has become available. With some newer cards though, Citi has adopted the same rule as Chase. 48 months since you last got the bonus on that card if you want to reopen the card and get the bonus again. And this is the case with the Citi Double Cash. And guys, before we get into our next Citi credit card hack, if you have a lot of different credit cards from different issuers, and you probably do if you're watching this video, and you need a way to keep track of them all, a great app that I can recommend is the smartphone app Max Rewards. It pools data on all your cards in one place, even if they are from different issuers, from balances to points and rewards balances, to credit utilization. It warns you about upcoming bills, and there's even a welcome bonus tracker, so you can track your spending for a welcome bonus and a load of other features. And if you get Max Rewards Gold, the app will even activate American Express offers and Chase quarterly categories for you so that you never miss a deal. And you can get a free month of that with my link below. You can also just use my link to download the app and check out all the free features, of which there are many. All right, let's move on to our next one. Number 4. know Citi's application rules. Now, nobody likes being rejected for a credit card and wasting a hard pull on your credit report. But if you pay attention to certain kind of set in stone application rules with credit card issuers, you're less likely to be rejected for silly technical reasons, even though your credit score and credit report is up to standard. For Citi, there are a few main rules that you need to know. You can only apply for one Citi credit card every 8 days. You can only apply for 2 cards in 65 days. And you can only apply for one business card every 90 days. And that's it. Those are Citi's basic application rules. There are a few more things to consider when applying that we'll talk about later, but that's the basics. Let's move on. Number 5, Citi Cashback can transfer to thank you points. Now, the Citi Double Cash is a very popular catch-all non-category card. It earns 2% cashback on everything, as is the new Citi Custom Cash, which earns 5% back on up to $500 spending per month in certain categories. Okay, we'll talk more about that card later. But did you know that even though these two cards are marketed as cashback, the cashback is actually delivered to in the form of Citi Thank You points? And so now Citi actually has a system like Chase where if you have the Citi Premier card, for example, in addition to one of those cashback cards, you will actually be able to transfer your points out to airline partners and get much higher value for those points when booking business and first class. So if we assign a value of 2 cents per point for points used in this manner, with the Double Cash, you'd actually be getting 4% back on everything. And with the 5% categories on the Citi Custom Cash, you'd now be getting 10% back on everything, as long as you transfer the points out, use them to book business class and higher flight tickets. And speaking of the Custom Cash, that brings us to our next hack. Number 6. Citi has the easiest way to get 5 points per dollar on one category. Now, the Citi Custom Cash was a brand new card last year, and like the Chase Freedom and the Discover It card, it offers a 5% cashback rate on a limited amount of spending in certain categories. The Chase Freedom and the Discover It, it's $1,500 of spending per quarter, whereas the Citi Custom Cash is $500 of spending per month. There's 3 months in a quarter, so that's actually the same amount of money. So it's almost the same terms, not quite, but almost. But the difference with the Citi Custom Cash is that while those other two cards, the Chase Freedom and the Discover It, have rotating categories that you are not in control of, the Citi Custom Cash actually allows you to earn 5% back in your biggest spending category out of a list of, well, a very broad list of categories. Let's check it out. So the categories are restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, select transit, select streaming services, drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, and live entertainment. So let's say gas, for example. If you always make sure your biggest spending category on the card each month is gas, then you're always going to earn 5% or 5 points per dollar on your gas spending up to $500. And trust me now, it's pretty easy to spend $500 a month on gas. But as you can see, it's not just gas, it's a very, very broad range of categories, including grocery, including travel, etc. So it's pretty easy to get 5% or 5x points per dollar back on $500 worth of spending every single month. Number 7, you can transfer thank you points to other Citi card members. Now, this makes Citi cards really good for what we call two-player mode when you play the credit card travel hacking game with your significant other. But actually, the person you transfer Citi points to doesn't even have to be a family member. It can be any Citi card member. Now, the main rules are that you cannot transfer more than 100,000 points a year. A card member cannot receive more than 100,000 points a year, even if they're getting transfers from different people. And crucially, points that have been transferred to someone will expire after 90 days, okay? That's the most important one to pay attention to, because you don't want to forget to use your points and then have them expire. So you need to come up with a solid plan of what you're going to use them for before they're transferred to you, or if you didn't have that plan, you transferred them anyway, you could just transfer them out to an airline so that they don't expire once they're in that airline's account. However, we do always recommend that you find award availability for what you want to do before you transfer out. So having to be forced to transfer them to an airline isn't ideal, you know, if they're going to expire, but it is a way to kind of save yourself from having points expire and hopefully use them on the airline in the future. Number 8. Citi is sensitive to recent hard inquiries. Now, Citi is supposedly very sensitive to recent hard inquiries on your credit report. A former Citi rep even said this in a Reddit thread. Someone asks, "Did you have as hard time as we do keeping a straight face when we explain why we have 20 plus new cards in the past 2 years, but I need a new card since we travel so much. And then he says, we've never been trained for that. We only looked at hard inquiries. That was the part of our overall decision. But surprisingly, some people get approved anyway, even with a huge amount of hard inquiries on their credit report, like this guy. I have over 30 inquiries and I got approved for 2 Citi cards in 2 weeks. So I would say not very sensitive, but they seem bipolar with some people, lol. So yeah, from the guy's last statement, they seem bipolar with some people. It seems that Citi can be very sensitive to new hard inquiries on your credit report with some people, but sometimes you just get lucky and you can bypass it. So for this reason, I would recommend, if you're reasonably new in the credit card game, after you've got your 524 cards, okay, you've kind of maxed out your 524 getting chase cards, then it might be time to move on to Citi, because once you have too many inquiries on your credit report, Citi, they're going to be harder to get because they are a bit more sensitive to recent hard inquiries. Number 9. Citi can be generous with reconsideration. Now, Citi is known for being reasonably generous with reconsideration, i.e. you can change your denial into approval by pleading your case with them, okay? People have success with it. So here are the Citi reconsideration numbers. For personal cards, you dial 800-695-5171, and that's 8 a.m. to midnight every day that line is open. For business cards, if you've been denied, you can call 800-763-9795, and that's 7 a.m. to midnight every day. I wish you good luck with that. And now let's move on to our final Citi credit card hack. Number 10, Citi has the only card that gets you Admirals Club access. Now, if you value Admirals Club membership, Citi has the only credit card that will get you in, and that is the Citi American Airlines Advantage Executive World Elite MasterCard. Gosh, I always think that name sounds like they're just thinking, how many cool words can we put in one name, right? Elite, executive, they're all in there. Anyway, this card gives you Admirals Club membership, which would normally cost $650. All right, that's the highest rate you would pay as an individual with no American Airlines status. Now, Admirals Clubs, in my opinion, they're okay, but they can be a bit hit or miss, all right? But if you have a good one at your home airport that you really value, then this may be a good card for you. Otherwise, Priority Pass that you can get from cards such as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, we'll put the link for that below, they offer a very competitive deal as well. And guys, that is the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. We will put a link to Max Rewards below. They are the sponsor of this video. Do check out their product. It is a very useful app for keeping track of all your credit cards. I'll also put a link to my credit card guide on my website, where we have links and little reviews of many of the credit cards that we talk about in our videos. Of course, these are affiliate links, so they do help out our show very much if you use them, so we really appreciate it if you do. So link to the credit card guide is below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.